everyone. Welcome on this wonderful Saturday, July the 19th. I'm here with Jarrod Perez of Milqtoast Comics. It is Milk. That is your actual label name. Is it Milqtoast Comics? Is that right?
Yeah, it's Milqtoast Comics. Yeah.
Okay. Jarrod Perez, who I know personally, I have gotten the pleasure to work with him with Pulp 21, and we had the pleasure of meeting then. And I think the last time I saw you was at the last con. I think it was the last Indie Cons where I saw you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I ran into
Okay.
y'all.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, so Jared's going to be at Comic Indie again, tabling. We will start off. We're going to talk about your publishing. We can talk about Screw Comics. You can talk about what projects you're currently working on. So I'm going to let you start off with that.
Oh, okay. So I just finished my latest book, Screw Comics #5. I don't know. Can you
All
see it?
right. Yeah. So it looks good.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like 128 pages.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's two big stories sandwiched by a bunch of mini comics, and they're epic stories.
Nice.
This book, so Screw Comics is a comics anthology, and so each book has like epic stories sandwiched by mini comics, and then each book is pretty standalone, so you can pick up #4 without having read #2,
Nice.
or you can get into #5 without reading #3, and so on and so forth. But some of the stories do have reoccurring characters, so
Okay.
you will bump into like similar the same universe, and you'll run into the same characters. And then a lot of the stories are just one shots as well. So there's
Gotcha.
a lot of them are short stories that I just wanted to write, and I did, and they're done,
Yeah.
and they're in the book.
Do you kind
So
of
yeah.
do you like the freedom of when in my time in comics I did like short stories more so than longer things. Do you feel
hmm
like there's freedom with the short stories, a little bit more playroom and
Yeah. With the short stories, I can definitely come up with like a weird scenario and put characters in it, and then kind of
yeah,
see it through, and then it's done. And that's definitely fun.
yeah,
It doesn't really happen so much now. It happened when I come up with more ideas like that when I was younger. I
yeah,
guess I'm in college, and I'm in more situations with where I'm meeting strangers and people and
yeah,
situations that inspire that kind of thing. But I feel like lately in the last few years, I've been building like more series
yeah,
worlds where I want to continue with the characters and stuff. So
yeah.
yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, because I think my last outing, it was I was kind of going back to just short little things, kind of tribute to heavy metal, and the just kind of
hmm
abstract things where I didn't have to have a big and the other ones I did were just one shot. So there
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go. And so
yeah.
when did you get into actually making comics? What year and how did it all start for you?
Well, I've been drawing since I can remember, and then even in elementary school, I was making comics.
Nice,
Even if those
nice.
even if
Yeah.
those comics were just like amalgamations and ripoffs of mainstream comics. I had a like my first main character. His name was Thunderbird, right? And he had the little horns of Batman, and he had the wings of Archangel, and his powers
Nice.
were electricity. And everybody I showed it to was like, dude, there was already a Thunderbird in X-Men, but they
You're
killed him
like,
off.
well, hey, come on.
Yeah, and it's like that's just elementary school. And then middle school, I started making comics that would make fun of like commercials.
Oh,
So
nice,
I
nice.
guess at
That's
that age you
cool.
watch a lot of TV. You go home, you watch Batman, the animated series, and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But I pay attention to the commercials. I love the McDonald's
I
commercials,
love
for
commercials.
instance.
Like I love
And
commercials. I used
so
to.
I would spoof commercials, and I would make them in comic form, and it'd be like a one page thing. And I'd pass them around to my friends. I remember one time my history teacher picked it up, like in seventh grade,
Mm,
and admonished me for it.
nice.
Yeah, and then when I finally got to high school, and I made my group of friends there, I literally made comics about like our adventures.
Nice.
And
That's so
a
awesome.
lot of them were based on real stuff that happened to us, but then I embellished it. And then a lot of stuff just kind of I just made up on my own. And over the course of 4 years, then it was I made like about 35 episodes of my friends,
Oh wow, that's
ranging
awesome.
from like 2 pages to 10 pages.
Yeah.
They were all in like a spiral bound notebook, so I would draw them, and then we'd pass them around between classes. Everybody would get a laugh, and I kind of honed my writing craft through that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Doing this the story beats, beginning, middle, and end,
Yeah.
punchlines, how to stick the landing with the ending of a story that everybody's all into.
Yeah.
Um, and so I took that experience, and then when I finally made it to college, I roomed with my best friend, and he made a zine.
Oh, nice.
And so I don't know, for the audience that doesn't know what a zine is, it's like short for
Yeah,
magazine. That's how you spell it, right?
that's how I got started. Started with do you know Roman Durs Lenore?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so Roman Durs was doing Xenophobe, and I was showcasing the first 5 episodes with him back in San Diego, so that was kind of cool.
Oh,
That's how I
cool. So
got
you're
started.
like
Yeah,
talking to him and stuff. That's
that's
cool.
how I got started. He was a friend of mine actually before he
Oh,
even
really cool.
he used to walk around and draw, and he didn't even have he didn't have the character yet. He was just drawing all the time when I
Yeah,
knew him, and then later on I saw he put out Xenophobe, and I was like, dude, I love like comics and cartoons. I want to give you something. He started publishing it, so I was like, it's pretty cool. So there you go.
pretty
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
zines are awesome. I love them. I probably if I return to comics, it'd be like probably zines. Probably I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
It's a good way to start. And so I saw how my friend did the zine, and I was kind of mesmerized by it, and I was like, why don't I do that? I was trying to figure out a way. Excuse me. I was trying to figure out a way to get my comic out to the public,
Sure.
and I wasn't sure how. I wasn't aware of like submitting stuff, and
Yeah.
plus my stuff it really wasn't ready to be submitted, professionally somewhere.
Well, I can
You know
say
what I
this.
mean?
I can say the same thing about mine when I submitted to Xenophobe, but I was just like, you know what? I'm drawing it. I have some sort of a little
Yeah.
mini story. Take it, dude. Like, just take it. Whatever.
Yeah. But
So
I was really green, so I was just like,
yeah,
let me make a zine. I had a
yeah.
for my high school senior thesis, I made like a 15-page comic
Oh,
based on
nice,
one of my friends, comics. I made it pro. I did it like on 11 by 17 pages and all that stuff. And
nice.
so I took that, and I went down to the copy machine and learned how to do the front and back. I made a
Yeah,
zine,
yeah.
and
That's the best thing. I mean, I always say, if you're going to start, zines are the perfect place to start.
they're an excellent place to
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
Yeah.
So back to your process. I mean, obviously, to me,
Yeah.
from what I've seen your work, it's very physical. Your ink work is beautiful. The line work is beautiful. You even color yourself.
Thanks.
You're very traditional. But maybe you could describe on how your process. I mean, it seems to be that way still today. Is that correct?
Yeah, I love to work traditional.
Yeah.
I consider it just a way to back up off all the screens that
Yeah.
were
No.
used
Yeah.
to
No
go out
kidding.
for the day to day. So it's nice to sit like on a white sheet of paper with
Yeah.
ink
Yeah.
and just go at it. Yeah.
That-
So pretty much my process has evolved over the years. It always does. I used to make up my comics on the spot. When I was sitting down,
mhm.
I would just like sit down and I would literally draw and make it up as I went along. And I did that for years, and that's how I did like a lot of my zines. Um, to make the zines faster, I actually got like a little sketchbook. It's about zine size,
Oh,
so
nice.
I could take it wherever I was. And
Nice.
if we're smoking blunts at my friend's house, sitting on the couch, I can pull out my notebook
Come
and
up with something.
either
Yeah.
yeah, draw it out or write it out, ink, whatever I felt like doing. Like I was never away from it, and I can always work.
That's awesome.
Lately, um, I've been actually writing and scripting my stories,
Yep.
and I find it's a lot more efficient for me, because now when I sit down and I want to draw, it's no question about what I'm going to draw.
Yeah.
I don't have to
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
what the story is going to be, and therefore get frozen. I pull out the script, and it's like it's all laid out. I can just
That
draw it right then and
there
there.
it
Yeah,
is. That's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, I'm not a writer by any means. And the few one shots that I did myself, I definitely had to have a script of just at least action. And
Mhm.
when I worked with James, he mostly just wrote action and wrote dialogue later. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like that's how I
Oh, that's
work.
like what? That's like
It's the way
Stan
to
Lee, right?
yeah. It's like,
Yeah,
uh,
pretty cool.
so back on your back for inspiration, do you is there anything that besides comics themselves, what can inspire? Could it be a film? Could it be music? Could it be a regular book? Any sort of inspiration you might get from
I draw inspiration from everything. I mean, that's cliche. I know everybody does. Um,
but
well, I guess like a reoccurring thing too in my work is the music.
yeah,
I'm often inspired by song lyrics and song titles.
sure.
Those often become the titles of chapters of stories,
No, I
and
understand that.
they'll pop up in character dialogue sometimes. Usually, sometimes in key places, like when they got to drop the morals on somebody, or or when
Yeah,
when they come to the realization that they have to do something, you know,
yeah,
I'll when they realize it, it'll come to them as the words, and the words will be lyrics from a song that I love
yeah.
or that I heard before.
I agree 100%. It's funny you say that because I've been going back to visual arts and a couple pieces that I actually come from direct. The names of these two pieces come directly from lyrics, and
Yeah,
it's just because they're that powerful and it's that good. I'm like, I love that as a as a piece name, and it's just
yeah.
that happens sometimes. It's just amazing.
And I listen to so much of it, and you do you admire these musicians that they create it.
It's
That's a whole nother different creative
Oh, it
process.
is.
So
It is. And
yeah.
I have, you can't see it, but I have 12 crates of vinyl. I DJ'd for 10 years. So, I'm a
Yeah,
junkie.
it's
I'm a
actually a little
junkie.
side hobby for me too.
I
So
love it. I
I
love
yeah,
music.
yeah.
Now for comic inspiration, if you're reading comics from anybody, or if you have a certain publisher or artist, writer that you love, absolutely just dig, you're just like, yeah, this is it. I love this. I'm going to buy this book. Who is it?
Um, Not so much. Well, I do read a lot of comics. I've been getting into classic manga actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I picked up this one book. It's called. Can you see it? It's called A Drifting Life.
Okay. Now, yeah, I can kind of see. I can see it now. Yeah, that came
Yeah,
out. Now
and
it's
look how thick this volume is,
wow,
and
wow.
it's pretty much this guy's. It's
That
his autobiography, and it's in comic form.
wow, that's amazing.
And he's a manga artist, and it's pretty much his story coming up, doing manga in Japan, like when it was a brand new field. It's him, meeting his hero, Tezuka.
Hmm.
Yeah, what's his name? Tezuka. I can't remember his other name. The guy that made Astro Boy.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He met him, and they worked together for a little while and stuff. And it just talks about like his obsession with drawing, and it
Nice.
was just a different time, like how they drew, and
Yeah.
then they just submitted the work, and then it was either rejected or you got paid and it got published.
Wow.
And it's a fascinating read, and it's just his life coming up, like doing that.
That's really cool. I don't read a ton of that, but I do like Junji Ito and the spirals and some of his
Hmm.
horror stuff. I thought it was pretty interesting. So
Yeah.
okay, awesome. So this is kind of a back to doing conventions. Do you like them? Do you feel like they can be beneficial? What do you like about them if you do like them? Or if you don't, why not?
uh I guess it depends on the convention.
Sure.
um I guess the more mainstream comic conventions they're getting kind of dull to me. I
Hmm.
guess kind of
Yeah,
boring.
I can understand that.
um a lot of people aren't really looking for independent work or even comics. Like, have you noticed like a lot of comic conventions aren't about comics anymore?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we would always say that. Chet and I were talking, and he's like, these don't. We're at Palooza. He's like, these don't really benefit. The comic doesn't. Absolutely not. It's about what celebrities and yada yada. So
Yeah, it's more about pop culture.
and yeah,
It's
or even fan art, which I don't really like that much.
I
So
don't
yeah,
care for it either.
I don't care for it. I'm just like no.
I
So
don't care
yeah,
for it either.
but you do. So you do like the ones like Comic Indie are obviously targeted
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
independent
I was gonna
comics.
say I do. I really dig the niche cons,
Yeah.
like stuff like Comic Indie. There's a few other cons out there that focus on comics. I'm doing one in San Antonio in November.
Okay.
I think it's Comics Art San Antonio.
Yeah. Yeah.
Casa. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm booked for that. I've been getting into a lot of Latino cons
Oh,
actually,
nice.
and I
Nice.
I really love those because the people really show out, and they really want to see what you create, and they're into the books. They want to see new stuff. They want to read new stories.
Now, are they comic focused or are they just
Yeah,
artwork focused?
they're comic
They're
focused,
comic focused. That
and,
is
and
so
we have a few in
cool.
Texas. I'm doing one in August 9th in Dallas. That one's called the what is it called? I have it written over. Okay, it's called the Texas Latino Comic Con,
That is so
and it's
cool.
in Dallas, and it's a 1 day show.
Man, that's
It's on a
awesome.
Saturday, and I got in this year. Me and my wife, we used to go. We went and checked it out like a few times a few years
That's
ago.
so cool.
Yeah,
Take some
and then
pictures. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see the environment. See that what you see there, if you
you see
can.
all kinds of unique stuff, and
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like a lot of the creators that do these shows,
Hmm.
I don't really see them too much at other cons. Um, yeah, I don't know if they just don't make it out. I don't know, but it's great to see them now, and it's always original work.
Yeah.
Like you really don't see any fan art.
Right.
it's original stuff. So
That
that's what I
that's
dig about it.
I love it. That's awesome. So speaking back to conventions, if you have you got to meet maybe an artist or illustrator or writer at a con, somebody that you really just I got to see Bernie Wrightson's portfolio, and he was there, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, it's amazing.
Yeah,
But
that's
anybody
pretty
like
cool.
that you've run into that you got to see, look at them, look at their maybe look at some pages or anything like that. Get involved.
Um, Here and there, if I do make it out, a lot of times I'm stuck at the table. But one year at Comic Palooza, I did get to meet Chris Claremont,
Okay,
and that was pretty cool.
nice.
Uh, and he was a little spitfire. I forgot he was saying something to me, but I don't know. He had the English accent, and
Yeah,
I can't remember what he was saying. But that was pretty exhilarating, though. Meeting
yeah,
here's the man who created this whole like world, that everybody loves with the X-Men and stuff.
yeah.
And
And
a lot of that stuff is because of him.
it's
And
hard.
I was kind of blown away by that. Um, I never got to meet Stan Lee, but I did get his autograph. And the only reason
Nice,
they didn't get to
nice.
you didn't get to meet him is because they I think he was in Dallas like a few years ago, and they had Stan Lee came through, and they're like, "Oh, get Stan Lee's autograph, right?"
Mm,
And they separate you, so they'll take your item, and they move you down another line, and they have your item get signed, and then you're reunited with the item, so you don't touch face with Stan Lee.
right, right. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I think Alex actually got a picture with him. He was pretty excited about that. He thought that right before he passed, so he was excited about
Yeah, I think it might have been
that.
like years before he passed. Like I think he just kind of, I guess you limit the human contact or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure, which
People
I
are
totally
nuts.
understand. Yeah, but he was excited. He goes, "Yeah, I actually got a picture with him. That was the last time I got to see him." I was like, "That's very cool."
Yeah.
So if you had to tell somebody, if they, maybe you get some kid that comes to your table and goes, "Hey, man, I want to make comics." Like, how would you tell them to start?
Um, I would say you start writing, start with an idea, start with sketches, of course. Um, Start and finish the comic. Let's see you finish this comic.
Yep,
Um,
that is true. I think at
I'd say
Pulp,
because that's the clincher right there. A lot of
yeah,
people start and they don't finish,
yeah, that was one of,
but it learning if you try to do that process right there, you'll find out right away whether it's for you or not.
absolutely,
If you
absolutely,
can finish the damn comic,
yeah. That was
and
it
then
was that was Chet's favorite saying, "Finish not perfect."
yeah,
Chet loved that. He's like, "Finish not perfect. Just get
I
it done.
agree.
Just get
Yeah,
it done." Yeah. So it was like,
get it done. Let's see you get it done.
absolutely.
And then if you like the process, make a zine,
Yeah,
see how you feel, and then you do it all over again.
exactly. There
That's
you
making
go.
comics
Zines are a
right
great
there.
place to start. We go back to that. That's super awesome. So for this year for Comic Indie, are you gonna have anything? Are you gonna bring the big book? You got what do you have special? Any prints? Any? I mean, you bring quite a. I've seen your stuff, and you bring quite a bit of stuff. And so
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything special you want to showcase or.
So we'll have True Comics number 5,
Okay.
number 4,
Okay.
the whole gamut, 3, 2, 1. I'll probably bring my bin of original art,
Nice.
which is a bunch of bagged up pieces of various sizes, various ranges, various subject matters, and of course various prices.
Nice.
Stuff that's not. I don't even sell it online. I only sell it in person. So you have to come to the show and you have to come to my table
That's
to
awesome. No,
see
that's
what you can
good.
find.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
I've seen your original stuff and it's beautiful work and yeah,
Thanks, man.
I could see why somebody wants to buy something like that because that's just the ink work is just really incredible, the colors and everything. So
Yeah,
um,
it's fun. Yeah, you'd be surprised what sells too. Like people
yeah,
stop and they dig and they're like, okay, I want this one, and
there
it's
you
like,
go. That's
oh, you
awesome.
want that one? Okay, and it's a great way to make some cash at the table,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, that's awesome. Well, so for social media, where can folks find you? Your website, anything you want to plug?
it's all Tuesday.
Okay.
So at Tuesday, TOONZDAY. That's me on all the socials. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on Instagram. I have a Twitter account. It's still up, but I don't really tweet so much anymore.
Yeah, I think I haven't logged in mine in quite some time. That's like,
Yeah. And then I'm at tunesday.com. So there you go.
Awesome. All right.
And
Well,
then I have links to all kinds of stuff there. I have an online store. I just started another website where I'm archiving all my comics, so you can even go read my comics for free.
oh,
Uh,
nice.
and that website is milqtoastcomics.com.
Okay, Milqtoast. Okay, cool. That address.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely hope to see you. I'm sure gonna be running around helping folks, but I'll definitely like to hopefully get a copy of Screw Comics and see what that's all about. It'd be interesting. I love like physical print stuff, so it's
Oh
just
yeah.
there's nothing
Yeah.
like having it in your hand. So that's So well, cool. Well, hey, I appreciate your time today, and I hope today is a productive day. If you're going to work on comics, or maybe not, maybe take a break. I don't know.
Yeah. This summer has been a break. Yeah. I finished the book like in June.
Yeah.
And my wife is all like, "Okay, you finished the book. Now we gotta do some house stuff."
Yeah. Pull the brakes. Yeah. No, I get
So
that.
yeah, we like last a few weeks ago we painted the living room. We're going through all the art we have on the wall, and we're swapping out new
Oh,
pieces. And,
nice, nice.
taking out just doing domestic
Yeah,
tasks.
yeah, no, I totally get it. Ever
Oh
since
yeah.
I kind of went back to visual arts, I've had more time. So comics it's a very brutal schedule, and even if you have a full time job, you're trying to make
Yeah.
comics at the same time. It's like it's rough. Well, cool, man. Well, we appreciate your time today, and we're always glad to talk to you. And I'll see you at Comic Indie, and hope everything goes for good for your rest of your weekend.
All right.
And and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All
All
right.
right.
Take care, buddy.
All right. Signing out.
Signing
See ya.
out.